Welcome to the Silly Man Podcast. I'm your host, B. Rogers. We're in episode 2, and I got a good one for you today. Look, today we're talking about I'm still a man if I'm offended. Now, fellas, I know sometimes we can get offended by things. It could be the smallest little thing to something that's really, really out there. Myself, I'm the type of guy that doesn't get offended too easily, but when it does, it kind of rocks me a bit, and I really got to go to God to deal with it, and He helped me through it. Or, I go to my wife, and she helps me through it too, to be honest with you fellas. But today I'm going to give you 3 situations in my personal life where I became offended by a certain situation. 2 of them are relatively the same. Actually, it's funny how both of them happen in the same situations and scenario with just a different couple of people, and one just happened recently within the past, I'll say, couple weeks, where it really rocked me, and I had to take it to God. It's like, hey, I got to deal with this a little better. So, the first one happened years ago with my boys, and we're out at a local festival, checking out different booths and whatnot. And again, it's just me and my boys. My wife was probably at a conference or something, hanging with the girls. Boys' day. Me and my 4 sons. And we're at this one booth. Ladies selling these different like natural products. It was cool. It was cool. We checking it out. And so she sees us, and she comes up to me, and it's very like, oh, it's so good seeing a man with his sons, and giving all these different compliments. And for a second, it felt like, I don't know if she was flirting or not. I'm not sure. I'm the type of guy that's kind of naive in that respect. I don't know. I've been married 18 years at this point, so I don't know the dating scene here lately. I don't know what's going on. So as she's giving these compliments and showing off her product, she kind of leans in as like, I don't know what the situation is with you and their mom, and it took me aback. I'm like, I wear my wedding ring every day. I got diamonds that pretty much they shine, So I was taken aback. I was a little offended. I was like, I'm married. And I said it real fast, like, we're good. Like, my mom, we're good. We're married. We're good. Those situations, that situation took me back for a second, but the second situation happened the exact same way, and it was funny because again, we're at a festival again, and this was this year. Again, my boys and I, we're at this local festival, checking out the booths, same scenario. This time it's a guy in a timeshare booth, and he's telling, doing this thing, trying to get us to buy into the timeshare, trying to get us to, that free vacation situation. So again, he's doing that same thing. Oh man, it's cool to see, a dad with his boys, that's what's up, give me that, cool. I said, all right, that's what's up. I understand that. I don't know. I hate to say, I don't want to make it a rarity to see a dad with his kids. I want that to be the norm, honestly. But then he hit me with that, pulled me close, I don't know what the situation is with you and their mom or anything. I'm like, come on, man. And I quickly broke the ring. We're married, we're good. No issue there. So, good. But again, that slight offense rolls up. And it's only because I'm proud of my marriage. I'm proud of, what my wife and I have built together as a family. So for those situations to occur, it slightly offends me because I know the work that we put into this and to our children. And it takes me aback a bit. And I shouldn't get offended by those situations, but I did. And I had to repent for that. But talking to the guy, I found out something more about this guy, and this is what really made me take a step back and say, I shouldn't have gotten offended as fast as I did. He made mention that his father had passed when he was young, and it broke my heart to hear that. You never really know someone's story or their background, or why they may say what they say. In this situation, he said that because he didn't have that for his life. And it really touched me in that fact that he got to see. He was really doting on us and giving us praise because that's something that he wanted for his own life. And you want that for other people, so you want them to have those experiences, and for him not to have that, it touched me in a way. And I'm talking to my boys about it, and they understand, and it's one thing that they hold dear to their hearts, that I'm in their life, and I appreciate that. But the last one, oh my goodness. Okay, so last one happened here within the past couple weeks, and it was a last minute situation where my boys needed a haircut, and I had to find them one really fast before, I think it was like a picture there or something like that, for school. So I was having to find an appointment on a Sunday, which is rare, but I'm thankful I was able to find one with this guy in the area. And when we left, my boys, weren't having any issues. They weren't having any coughs or anything that I kind of noticed when before we got to the shop. But when we got to the shop, they started coughing, and I really didn't think twice of it, and that's on me. My wife and I teach our kids, cover their mouths, especially when they're coughing, things like that. But there was a situation where a couple of them began to cough in the chair, and the barber, called me over and said, respectfully, he said, next time, your kids are coughing, make sure they wear masks or, cover mouths, because he has to protect his business. And so that, because if he gets sick, he can't work. And I respect that. I honestly respect that. So when you brought that to my attention as a man myself, I was like, okay, bet. I went to the car, got some masks for the boys, covered them up, and I thought, we were good. Thought I rectified the situation. They got the cuts, left out. Maybe a few hours later, I got a text from the guy, and he's telling me respectfully, I don't want to serve you all as customers anymore. For first impression, that was negligent and disrespectful for you to bring your kids in here coughing. And when I read that, I got really offended, really offended, because I felt like, dude, you came to me as a man, you told me what the situation was. I thought I corrected it, in that particular time frame. So I was like, why are you getting at me later with this, right? Big time offended by what he had to say. Was I justified in that? No, not really. Because at the end of the day, a few days later, I'm in the shower and God's talking to me in the shower. That way he usually likes to talk to me for some odd reason. But he's talking to me and he's telling me, B, you need to make that right. You need to make that right. Apologize, because you were offended and you could have handled that situation better. So I went, just like I forgot initially, but my wife likes to say God be on her neck about certain things. So he was on my neck about this one. Within like the next hour or so, I say, let me go ahead and send this message off to this barber, apologize, take ownership, accountability for my actions, because I could have handled that situation better, and own up to the fact that I was offended by what he said to me. Did it, wished him a Merry Christmas, blessings over his business, because I was wrong, So didn't think about it. Maybe a few hours later, got a text message response back from him saying that he appreciated the apology that I gave to him, and it meant a lot that I actually took the time and was thinking about it and said, hey, and to apologize to him. And he said, you know what, I'm more than happy to welcome you as customers in the future if you want to come back for a cut. That's the type of thing that I believe God really wants us to do when we really become offended, to go and bring these things to the people that we're offended by. Apologize for our own, our own deed in the matter, and try to make things right. I want to bring you all to Proverbs really fast. Proverbs 19. and Proverbs 19 and 11. All right, so it says, a person's wisdom yields patience. It is to one's glory to overlook an offense. I really want that to stick with you, because in God's wisdom, I was able to overlook that offense and he showed me how wrong I was in that issue. And also, you need to have patience. Like when things like that happen, when you become offended, have patience. The wisdom of God will show you how to work through it. And you have to be able to overlook those things because, like, again, in one of those first scenarios, I found out that the guy had lost his own dad when he was young. And in this one, the guy's just trying to run his business. He don't want to get sick. He wants to be able to provide for his lifestyle and his family if that's the case. Because I don't know completely what his background is, but I know that's his job, and I know that if he doesn't work, he don't make money. We have to do better job. We have to do a better job as men in overlooking offenses and not taking things to heart so easily, because there may be circumstances on the other side of that we don't know about, and we should actually care about to see, what's really going on, what causes the exchange between us and somebody else, where we may become offended or other person may become offended, and work through it with wisdom and patience as the Lord calls us to. So I just want to give you that. Thank you for spending time with me today. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. I appreciate the support. And also, the tune that you hear, an intro in the background, I just want to give a big thanks to my actual brother for putting it together for me. I love you, Justin, man. Appreciate you all that you did for me, man. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. Remember, you're still a man. Peace.